I sincerely wish those who travel the left-hand path the very best of success during the upcoming Grand Climax, and know that Magnum Opus is with you in thought and spirit. Do not be dissuaded, nor let your hand tremble upon the hilt, for the way was decided long ago. From corner to corner, let the illuminating darkness fill the sanctum as our focus comes together. We kneel before the blackest of love and the power of His will. We transverse the parallax dimension and invite the satanic court from on high. Stand tall and offer the preludium in triumph. Ring the bell and drink deeply from the chalice. From the cardinals of the compass, our voices join with black angels. Our enemies shall grovel at the feet of a stone, yet their pleas will remain unanswered. Those who slumber in congregations, you shall soon be awakened to the glorious dawn, the star of the night. This shall begin as ages old, with a voice in the wild. We prepare and we shall answer. As the Grand Climax approaches, I wanted to discuss this most satanic holiday. If you search Google for the words Grand Climax, you are sure to retrieve a gambit of information ranging from Hollywood movies to fools claiming to have demystified the Grand Climax with descriptions of virgin immolation and elaborate rituals performed by Hollywood superstars. Many self-aggrandized so-called authorities on the subject of satanic rituals, holidays, and celebrations are simply misguided fools who cut and paste horrible fabrications of human trafficking and baby meals, which supposedly serve the escalating needs of an ever-growing Illuminati. From elaborate schemes to kidnap the right unsullied minor to visitors from outer space, the stories grow more outlandish and grotesque. If we are to speak on the subject, let's use facts and truth instead of satanic panic. Our group Magnum Opus celebrates the entire Grand Climax week with daily recognition and observance of sacred acts designed to exalt the king of this world, Satanas. The week's activities build upon one another to culminate in a celebratory ritual on the final night. The Grand Climax, as theistic Satanism itself, is open to the practitioner's interpretation instead of tired dogmas. The Satanist adopts the things that represent meaning to them, and there is no right or wrong way of expressing our love and dedication to the hosts of hell. During the Grand Climax week, from Eastern Europe to the tip of Argentina, the black flame burns to honor Satanas. The conjuration of satanic and demonic power used by the coven is both enjoyed and savored by every member. The true freedom and uncensored actions of the Satanist allow one to be totally honest without feelings of shame or perceived threats of being ostracized. We belong to Satanas, and we look to his power for our needs to be abundantly satisfied. The Grand Climax is devil worship. It always has been, and it always will be. The week of the Grand Climax is a flurry of activity. Our coven enjoys meals and celebrations. Most outsiders see theistic Satanists as gothic, sinister, and antisocial beings who constantly sit in a dark room with the curtains drawn. Nothing could be farther from the truth. Humans are social animals, and we as theistic Satanists cultivate a feeling of family and a belonging for our coven brothers and sisters. The coven is a refuge from the world, and the coven encourages and rejuvenates its members. The grand climax falls at the end of this month on our satanic calendar. As with the old ways, the ritual is based upon blut and coitus, two significant operations involved. Each event on the satanic calendar is represented by one or more of these operations in observance of a particular date. Satanists embrace the operators due to the magical significance of these specific deeds. Nothing herein would prevent a Satanist or coven from deviating from these operators. Again, it is totally up to the discretion of the practitioner to find what is right for them. It is noted and has been witnessed by our coven that using the specified operator at the designated milestone will render much more potent magic and better results. Some elders speculate that it is the accumulation of the many which results in magic being stronger and more intense during these workings. This hypothesis is based upon the numbers theory, whereas these ritual operators serve to amplify satanic magic, allowing demonic familiars to exercise greater power and authority during summoning and performing the acts desired by the practitioner. Is it the safety in numbers or the strength in numbers? That is always up for debate. Regardless, one thing is quite clear. The satanic power of the resulting magic is stronger during these sacred ritual operations. The sanguine rituals, if performed properly, have historically yielded great rewards through the fulfillment of the coven's desires. Some Satanists also believe the renunciation of their past faith and embracing the satanic darkness makes their magic more potent, powerful, and allows them to feel closer to Satanas himself. Satanism is about the individual. If this feels right and satisfies a deep-seated desire for the individual, that in itself is enough reason to recognize it as a value-added operational element. There is, however, one part of the renunciation that facilitates the magical reciprocity effect. While not based entirely upon the threefold law of magic, it does explain how magic seems to consistently behave. Nothing is free in our world, and magical operations must be symbolically paid for in order for practitioners' desires to be met. If you have performed rituals that produced nothing, perhaps you should reevaluate and look at your methodology to gain a better understanding of cause and effect. The sanguine ritual does just that. You give so that you may receive. It is a gesture of sacrifice in itself, which allows the demonic spirits to close the dimensional gap in order to do your bidding, thus granting your desires. This simple premise has been reiterated throughout history in grimoires of old. The Grand Climax Week is celebrated by both soul practitioners and covens. The associated rituals are meant for everyone's participation. There is no reason for shyness, shame, or self-imposed abstinence during these rituals. The Satanic Sanctum is a safe place where purpose and method comes together for the benefit of every participant. I hope you will have the opportunity to participate in the Satanic Grand Climax this year. Use the occasion to reaffirm existing relationships and open the doorway for new ones within our satanic community. You will be glad you did. If you like this content, consider subscribing. If you want a deeper dive into theistic Satanism, visit my Patreon. Ave Satanas.